Everybody, welcome to Apex Investor. I'm doing a live stream. The purpose of this is to review all the meme stocks, and not just meme stocks, but uh, stocks where I see great potential. I'm going to name some stocks and analyze. It's important to look at that in order to uh, make some picks, and then you wait for them to drop, so that you're not chasing them. All right, so let me first of all, I usually go to FinViz. I'll go to FinViz first just to see. On today, I don't want to do live streams during the market hours. That's a very bad idea, not just for me, but for other people who may have the fear of missing out. You're susceptible to that, and I don't want to be blamed for that. Okay, so today's top gainers, LDL, 85% up today. And let me just look at the chart quickly. I don't know if it will open up. Okay, well, anyway, a lot of these stocks I am not familiar with. The only stock that I am is the one I'm going to talk about today. Pretty much the reason uh, I'm doing this live stream is for Torchlight. TRCH is the ticker symbol. I've been talking about this stock uh, for at least, I'm going to say, a week or two. Um, I believe it was Trey's Trades that brought this to my attention many months ago. And when I decided to buy it, it was around $2, around that price. Today it was at 9.92. It closed at 9.92. I think I saw it almost at $11 at one point. So I'm going to talk about that for sure. Top losers, not too many top losers. CCNC is down 20%. I don't even know what the heck they're about, so let's not even talk about that. Um, and unusual volume, people like to look at those. LDL, that's unusual. Let's look at LDL. It is the top gainer and also has unusual volume, so that might mean something. So look at that first before I get onto the stocks that are a little more reliable and stable. Yeah, so normally what I do is I will record a video on using software to show my screen. Um, I just can't be bothered right now. To be honest, things are so busy. I don't have the time to do that. So you just have to bear up, deal with this. So whether you like it or not. So LDL Lidl is the ticker symbol LDL. That was up 85%. They're an American company, and they do filtration media. Okay, I don't know what this is. Manufactures, markets, specialty engineered filtration media, thermal insulation, thermal acoustic applications. Okay, it sounds like something that has to do with housing. I'm not sure if it's anyway. It's something I don't know about. Market cap over $1 billion. Institutional ownership 91%. That's pretty good. Their RSI is overbought. Is obviously the volume over 5 million today. Average is 91,000. So yeah, I would steer clear of this just because the average volume is not very good. And again, you're chasing this. This is up all across the board. Looking at the year's performance, up 300%, 363%. It's up 80% this quarter. It's up 78% this month. It's up 71% this week. So probably even an 85% just today. So if this isn't a chase, I don't know what is. But if someone were to decide to buy this, um, I'd say anything below. Hold on, I don't want to make give you a wrong number. Let's see. There's 40 is at the top here, and then if you look at this number, 34, 31. Just to be safe, I would say 32. Yeah, 33 and under is a pretty good price entry point for this LDL. And then you could sell it at, well, if it goes to 60 again, I don't know if that's going to happen again, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. Let's see. People are talking about this. Let's short this overextended stock. Top gainers of the day. All right. Well, I know nothing about this stock, and I would be very careful with this, but I just thought I'd mention that if you were interested in that. So I'm going to get into my main stocks now. Um, Let me just refresh. Might have to look at the 52-week chart for each one. Sometimes it's hard to see which stock is actually at a good price because you're looking at it on a daily basis, and I think that's a mistake. Whoa, okay, they're 10:35. Torchlight is at 10:35 after hours as of right now. That's great. Okay, wow. So you would have made 5 times your money if you bought it around $2, which is essentially when I bought it. Um, Should have bought way more stock though, but you know what? I'm happy for what I have. So let's look at the meme stocks first, and I'll just pick out the ones that seem to be the best price, and then we'll look at just stocks in general. Uh, some stocks that I like very much. So I'm starting with the meme stocks. There's quite a list here. Let's wait for it to load. In the meantime, I'm going to just adjust some settings on my screen because it is a bit bright. Kind of hurts my eyes a little. I usually wear glasses, not like prescription glasses, but they're called blue light blocking glasses, and those broke. So now I have to just do something with my screen. It's called night light settings, and makes the blue light less intense. Okay, so as it's loading, I'm just going to say off the top of my head that this video is pretty much just about two stocks, actually four. Uh, Torchlight, TRCH, ticker symbol. Sensonics, SENS, ticker symbol, and GameStop and AMC always. Okay, because those are the safest stocks in the stock market, AMC and GME. Right now, it seems to be a bit of a lull, to be honest, although they are both high. All right, looking at. I'll just name them off as I'm reading them. DraftKings. Look at DraftKings. That has been getting a lot of attention on Wall Street Bets. Sony is not one I'd look at right now. Coinbase, look at that. Roblox is, well, we'll take a look at that as well. What's this? Gaming? Super League Gaming. I don't know if I would look at that right now. I'm just not very bullish on it at the moment, but you know what? That could go up. Hylian Holdings. Think about that. Kodak. Open Kodak. Sorrento. UVXY. That's to do with unstable instability in the market. NGAC. I think that is a I forgot what we call them, where they do a merger or something. PLTR. We'll look at that. QuantumScape. Nope. Triterras. Nope. Load. POW. What is that? Guns? No. Just because of the price, not because of guns. XRT. Socket. Socket is. You know what? I'll look at socket, see what's going on there. Fuel cell energy. I'm gonna not look at that for now. SOS. Look at SOS. Look at Mara as well. Let's look at all these crypto related stocks because crypto is down. So that is very good if you're trying to buy low. Canaan. Let's look at that too. That's another crypto stock. And Torchlight's already open. So I'm going to leave that there. Sensonics is open. AUVI. I'm going to say no for now. X1, DXEM, CTRM. Vine. What is Vine? Vine Therapeutics. Nope. Workhorse. Slack Technologies. I'm going to say no. That's a bit high right now. Bitcoin is down, but that's good because it's going to go back up. Ocugen is up, so I'm going to say no. B Square is interesting. I'll look at B Square. It's kind of down. Clover is kind of in between. You want it a little below $10. So Mavis is strong. I'm not going to look at that. American Airlines is doing well. Atos is doing well. For the Earth, that was a meme stock a while ago. It's kind of steer clear of that. HCMC also steer clear of that. LMFA, what is that? Steer clear. COS. Okay, Sundial. Yeah, that one is just kind of flatlining as well. Naked is also flatlining. But doesn't mean it won't go up, but I just feel like those are not the best picks at this moment. Unless that's just your own instinct, but these are my instincts, so it's my channel. We're gonna look at my instincts. The Mesa Rich Company. I'm gonna say not right now. No Express. No Nokia. No AMC. Look at that. Dillard's. Oh, Dillard's went up a lot. Wow, we're gonna take a look at that because I remember buying that cheaper than what it is now. So I kind of lost out on that opportunity. What's this? Bed Bath and Beyond. Okay, and then I'll open another portfolio. That's my old one, which is not to do with memes, but just to do with. Actually, you know what? I'll look at. I have 3 portfolios. I'm gonna look at all 3. But let me open the ones that I opened like 100 tabs. So let me look at these, break them down, and then narrow it down to a few picks. So DraftKings, just gonna look at this because again, this has been taking a lot of attention on Wall Street Bets. Just want to confirm or deny whether this is a good buy. Is this a good purchase? Do you want to buy this? Because a lot of times, you go through the posts and you're going, are these shills? Are these guys for real? And you have to do your research, and so I'm kind of doing it right now. DraftKings, like I said, it is a good stock, but I don't think it's a good buy at the moment. I think I mentioned in my last video that this stock has to go lower. And how low I think I said the exact number, but it was closer to what is that number right there? It is $40, around 40. I don't know, 42 and below would be a good buy. But if you're really careful, then maybe even 35 to 41. I don't know, 35 to 42. So right now, yeah, it is expensive, and even the growth potential for this isn't that great. So I would say no. Just personally, no for me. But It's up to you. I personally wouldn't buy this stock unless it dropped a lot, like 35 or less, or even 40 and less. But I wouldn't consider it at the moment. Coinbase, I bought this at 220 and this has been dropping now. And that's sad, but it's good because it's only going to go up. 218 seems to be the bottom. Crypto's been going down, but that is just a temporary thing. Crypto, especially Bitcoin, like always goes up. It always goes up. Except when it goes down, then it stays down, then it skyrockets like crazy because, people look at inflation, people look at all these things going on when the world is very unpredictable and people are afraid, crypto goes up like crazy and so does gold. So there's really nothing to really worry about in terms of crypto unless you have to feed yourself with crypto, then yeah, I would worry. But if you're just using it as a long-term investment, no, it's a good buy. Looking at the last month, yeah, you can see the floor for this is definitely like 218. Well, not the absolute floor, but it says 208. I haven't seen it at 208 ever, but 218 is a pretty safe buy. So even right now is a really good buy for Coinbase around 220. That's a really good buy, and you could sell that around 300 plus when it gets back up there. Not if, but when. So that's all for that. Let me just look at the volume. Yeah, volume's pretty good, 9 million. Average volume was 4 million and doubled that today, even though it dropped. So it's showing a lot of people do believe in this. And as I said, it is bigger than JP Morgan. It is bigger than Bank of America. And that's telling you something. How many other things are bigger than those two? Those are the two biggest banks in all of the United States. So Roblox. Roblox is pretty good. I don't know if I would buy this right now, but it is a good stock. It almost hit 100. Actually, did it? It hit $103 in the last year. So, but this is a really good buy. Not at the moment, but I'd say, let me just look at the chart. Let's look at this chart here. Yeah, it's going to be a long stream, just warning you. 60, around 65, between 65, even 64. 64 seems to be the bottom. I know it says 60 on the Yahoo Finance, but that's actually not true. I didn't see it drop that low. That's just when it's being offered. I guess there's some kind of something that happens with the price and they don't completely get the numbers right, but you're pretty safe between uh 64 to 70 is a really good buy for this stock, and it is a good stock. I had my doubts because we have to see it prove itself, and it has proven itself. It went up to 100. So if you can get this between 60 to 100, or not 100, 60, that's a bad price, 60 to 70, and sell it at 100, wow, that's pretty good. You're making good money there. So Roblox, definitely a good pick as well. But Roblox, uh, that's probably the first pick. I'll certify that. I'm gonna prove that pick. But again, at the price I said, 60 to 70 is the entry point. So write that one down. Eastman Kodak or Eastman Kodak Company is a great stock for a long-term uh, investment. A really good buy between 650 to $7. And you can, I mean, it was at $11 just like a week ago or just earlier this month. It tends to do that, going up to double digits and then dropping again, back up, dropping again. That's what the stock does. So you could potentially almost double your money very quickly just buying the dips at $6 to $7, selling at 10, $11, because it does it pretty consistently, like the Nevada weather. It's like a wind that just blows through and comes back and blows through. Um, People are fear mongering about the stock, saying that Kodak's going out of business. They've been saying this for years now, and they haven't gone out of business. So I think it's just a bunch of fear mongering, and I think they're also being targeted by the short sellers as well. So yeah, this is a second pick. So the first one is Roblox for sure. This one is a second pick, but just not at this price again. As I was saying, you want to get this between 650 to $7 if you're really desperate. Than seven, but I wouldn't buy it any higher than that. Yeah, maybe okay. You know what? If you really wanted to 750, but I'd say seven is you're better doing it there. Just you're better waiting it out. But 650, okay, I'm gonna take my words back again. 750 is okay. It's not. You could do a lot worse than buying Kodak at 750 and then selling it again at 11. That's not a bad idea. So 650 to 750, it's pretty good entry point. Although I said 650 to 7 is ideal, but you might be waiting a little too long and may not happen. But 650, let's just lower it a little bit from 750. I'll say 650 to 720. Yeah, that's much better. 650 to 720. Okay, so you're not going too high, especially if you're buying thousands of shares. You don't want to buy them at 750. You'd rather get them at 720. And the volume is good. It's 3 million, 3.4 million on average. So it's a pretty active stock. Socket Mobile, I believe this has to do with the cars. What do you call them? Electronic cars? I don't even know what they call them anymore. The like, Tesla cars. I don't know what they call them. The non-gas cars. Um, E-mobiles. I don't know what they call them. E-cars. Oh my goodness, I'm so out of the loop right now. I forgot the word. But anyway, the volume for this is very, very bad. Like it's very low, but doesn't mean it's not a good stock. It just means that people have kind of they've been distracted by other things. So let's look at those 6 month. Yeah, this is flatlining, not because it's a bad stock, because people have just lost interest. But once this explodes, it's going to explode. Socket Mobile could very well explode. I'm not buying it myself, but I'm just saying if this happens, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm going to say, yeah, saw it coming. This could very well go back up to $20 very easily. Um, so this is a good buy if you're really patient with this. Um, it looks like a really good entry point for this stock is anything below $6, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Anything below $6 is a really good entry point for Socket, and you could easily sell that at just at 20, even 10. And that's not a bad buy either. So let's just look at the conversations. Just want to see what people are saying. Uh, it's always risky when you look at the conversations because you're not sure who are shills. But if you just get a general sense of, okay, what is going on with the stock? Because I know it's a good company, Socket Mobile. Yeah. So there's a lot of potential. People are not abandoning. They're not abandoning it. They're simply not interested at the moment. But that's because that's the way people are when they don't see any movement. They go away. But this is a good company. I think this will definitely recover and probably explode. I wouldn't be surprised the day it happens. Okay, next, SOS, which is a Chinese crypto company or crypto related company stock. Volume 14 million, so good volume. Looking at the last month, this is a good buy below $3. Easily, I could see that right away. And you could easily sell this, not easily, but if you're patient enough, you can sell this at $8, or if you're even more patient, 12. But I don't know if it's going to go back up to 12. More realistically, it'll probably go to probably $8, most likely. So you'll buy the 3, sell it at 8. Wow, it's more than double your money. So it's a good pick. I'd say there's a number 3 pick. I don't even know what the last one was. Socket. Yeah, I don't know if I would say that's an ultimate pick, but there's potential there. I wouldn't say it's a pick. Okay, so that's all for SOS. There's a good stock. I don't own any myself, so full disclosure, I do not own this stock or any of the stocks that I mentioned, uh, the previous two, Kodak and whatever the one before that. Okay, SOS. I'm going to close that now. Mara. I think this has to do with crypto as well. Good buy. This is a good buy at anything below 20. And we are at 27. So no, I wouldn't chase. Well, not that you're chasing it, but it could go lower. I would like this lower at 20 and below. And you could definitely sell this at, I'm going to say 40, 40 and above, 40 up. So you're doubling your money if you go by that advice. And there's a good stock. You know what? I'd say there's another pick, but at the price I'm saying 20 and below. So it's four now, I think, if I'm counting correctly. Vaxart, oh, always a good stock. This Vaxart until it explodes. Um, I really like this stock, especially with all the vaccine options. This is probably the one that will be the most uh, accepted by the mainstream, not mainstream like media. I mean by the majority of people because it is less. Um, how do I say less invasive since it is a pill? It is a potential uh, how do you say CV-19 vaccine in the pill form instead of taking it by a needle, and a lot less side effects and a lot less. I mean, the side effects are pretty much diarrhea. So I mean, that's the worst it can get. So I think a lot of people would be more um, open to that than taking a needle. But as as to the price entry point, you want to look at anything between $5 to as high as, and I say 650. Yeah, 650 is a pretty good entry point for this, especially if this goes to 20 dollars plus. You can easily sell this $10 plus, maybe even 50. I don't know. It's going to explode. I have a feeling it's going to really explode, especially when good news comes out. And it says that the vaccine stocks are sinking, but that's the stock market. Things go up, things go down. So, and all you need is a news catalyst. It'll explode. Canaan, back to crypto. Canaan stock. This is a Chinese crypto related company again, and good entry point is probably now. It's actually a good entry point right now. Anything under $8 is super good, but I mean, anything below $10 is good for this. So it is below $10 right now, and it is down because again, crypto is down. But when crypto was up, you can see it was doing really well at the 20s and even up at 30. So you could easily sell this when crypto goes back up to 20 and above. So you'll double your money by buying this. Anything below 10, and it is below 10. And the volume is 6 million, average is 12. So we can see that, yeah, it is being, it's underrated. There's a good stock. So there's another pick, Canaan, CAN. And anything under 10. And if you can get it ideally below 8 is even better. Um, for the last month, it has been between 7 to 10 to $7 to $11. So if you can get this below 9, actually that's more ideal. If you can get this between uh, $7 to $9 is best, and so it is right there. It is at that price. So I might even, I don't know if I put any orders for this. I might put some orders in for this. To be honest, this is a really good one. Um, because it's a lot of people just panicking and they're losing faith in Bitcoin, which doesn't make any sense to me because it is only going to go higher. There's a limited supply of Bitcoin. So Yeah, I would prefer to get this below 8. So if I can get this below 8, I'll definitely put an order and then sell it at, I don't know, 20. So it's a good buy, great buy here. I kind of need to watch these videos myself, like what I'm doing right now. I might have to rewatch this just to write it down and write down the entry points. B Square. I think Trace Trades covered this stock. That's how I found out about it. And let's look at this. I feel like this has taken a downturn. It's taking a while to load, though. I'm going to reload. It doesn't seem to be loading the graph. That's the most important thing, is just to be able to look at the graph. But you can see, you can't see, but I'm telling you, the range is $1.10 to 11.83 in the last 52 weeks. Let me just put my feet up here. All right, so finally loaded. You can see there the last month between 216, actually not even 216, more like 212 to a high of 292. So it's been fluctuating between 212 to 292. But at its highest, it was at $8. Went up to almost $6 back in March. So February and March, it was really on fire. B Square. Not well, not very familiar with, excuse me, with this company, but have a feeling this might go below $2. It might. And when that happens, that is a great time to buy this. This could very well explode again. I'm not saying this is a pick, but this has potential as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes back up, but not so hot about this stock. So I'm going to say no. Personally, for me, that's a no. AMC. Oh, here's a monster. AMC, the monster right here. Volume is just incredible. 183. So the volume has just been consistently good. However, I can clearly see support now, which is good. $42 is really good support for this stock. 42, which I didn't ever think I'd be saying that. Especially in the last, since I started this channel, I thought, you know what, this stock's going to be stuck. It's going to be stuck at like $10 to 20 at the most, but you know, it smashed all expectations. And this, I guess you could say, kind of like a gamma squeeze or pseudo gamma squeeze. It's been going on for the whole month. Like it's been going on since June began, and it's been up at 60 and just flirting with some. I don't know, people are just not selling it. So that's what I see. No one's selling it. So that's why the price is stable. So, I mean, I guess they're just waiting for the stock to take off. That's what it is, right? They're waiting for the real squeeze. I guess this is like a pseudo squeeze. I personally don't think this is the highest it can go to. I personally think it can go to 100, maybe more, because I really didn't see it going this high for this long so quickly. I thought it'd be more steady. And I thought GameStop would be the one to squeeze first, and actually kind of did, but this one really carved its own path. So I'm pretty shocked about this one. Not shocked that it's performing well, but shocked at just seeing it in real life is just shocking. So yeah, again, the personally my entry point is way lower. I see this going below $20 again, but I don't know. The support is really strong. It looks like it's going to be hard to get this below 40. But when it starts going below 40, we could see this probably collapse to below 20 and then way back down, but then come back up. That's the thing. When the price goes down, usually does go back up. It will rebound. So it's a good stock, and AMC is a great business. So it's not going out of business anytime soon. The theaters are just opening up more and more people are going to the theaters. I can see the box office is recovering on a week to week basis and a month to month basis. It's not exactly 100% recovered, but it's at least 50 or maybe 25. But I mean, it is recovering, and that's a great sign. So AMC is a great stock, and this if this isn't a pick, I don't know what is. So this is probably one of the top picks, if not the number one approved pick right now. Just not at this price. Obviously, it's too high. Uh, like I said, 42, maybe even 43. But if you're playing it kind of gambling, you could say 44 and below is probably is realistic. And then you can easily sell it at once it gets back to 60 again. So that's just $15 per share. But yeah, because the stock is more expensive now, it's harder to buy like thousands. Whereas I remember I had 1,000 shares of this. Wow. Well, you know what? It's okay. Missed opportunity, but that's life. You learn from those. So as long as you're a better person from it and you're a lot smarter, those chances will come again if you're smarter. Okay, Dillard's DDS. So I bought this. I remember buying it at a lot cheaper than this. I think I got it at 80 or 90. So it pretty much doubled. I don't know what the heck happened. So that's good. I'm happy for this stock. Although another missed opportunity, if I'm correct, if I did buy this at 80, I don't remember anymore. Let me just take a look at the chart when it loads. It says $22 to 183 was the range. I remember buying this back in January, February, around the time where everything was squeezing because that was just the gold rush. Everyone was just buying all these meme stocks and thinking, oh, we're all going to be millionaires and da da da. But, a lot of us got burned. So, yeah, I did buy this at around 90, 80, 90. So this took off pretty much around May and it's been going up since. So I don't know if it split or did a reverse split. I'm not sure. But yeah, whatever the case, I'm not going to say it's a pick, but interesting to see that it's up. GameStop. Oh, GameStop. Gotta love GameStop. Okay. Average volume. So we're below the average volume, and we're looking at the last month. So I don't know what would be a good entry point for this. I'm gonna say 140. I'm gonna stick to that. 140 to 150 is a really solid entry point, and a good selling point would be 280 to 300 because it's been going there pretty consistently now to 260. I mean, if you're, I wouldn't do 260. I'd probably wait till 300 because it always goes to 280. 280 to 300 is a really good sell. And then you want to buy it at 140 to 150. And I think I put my order in for around there. So yeah, it's at 200 now. Seems to be dropping, and that's good if you want to buy it. But if you haven't sold yet, just hold on to it. Sell it at 300, 280, 300. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to Sensonics and Torchlight, and then I'll look at the rest of the stocks, see if there's anything else that is going on. Otherwise, it's just going to be a closing of the video. So at least now I have a better sense of what I'm looking at here. Okay, so looking at Sensonics, I think they're what do they do again? I think they have to do with blood sugar, checking the blood sugar. Volume has been good, 31 million. Volume is strong. And the range is 35 cents to 556. Looking at the last 6 months, a good entry point for Sensonics is anything below $2. It's a really good entry point, but that was anything below 220 $2 is ideal. Anything below two, maybe even 250. Personally, I'm going to go with 220 and under, and then you could sell this when it goes back up to four or $5. But between $4 to $5 is a good selling point. This could explode though, so maybe you want to hold on to this a little longer because this could explode to $100. That's what Trey was saying, and you know what? I agree with him. I'm not, uh, I'm using my good judgment here. It could go to triple digits, but I would wait and see. Um, yeah, this is a good stock to invest in long term, Sensonics, and a really good buy at below $2. Torchlight. So this is the story here. Torchlight really exploded today. It's been exploding, to be honest. 50%. I almost sold some. I realized, you know what? I'm going to sit on this. Wait till the 24th because that is when they are releasing the dividend and everything. And people are saying that even if you buy it now, the dividend alone pays you a lot. So it's probably a good idea. People are just going all out and just, selling their house and buying the stock. That's what people are doing for this stock. But, I think I might pick up some more. We'll see where the dip is. But before, I mean, what tends to happen with things like this is that the short sellers they catch on to this and they're going, okay, you know what? People are expecting it to explode, so we're going to short this like to hell on the 24th. That might be the plan, which might be good for people who haven't bought yet because they can just wait it out and wait for it to go to $5 and below. Maybe even get at $2. I don't know how low this will go if they short it, but this has been shorted. I think it's being shorted right now. Um, and this is exploding to heights it's never seen in quite a long time. I don't think it's ever been this high ever. Yeah, it has never been this high. The highest I've seen is $5 back in 2014. So this is unprecedented for Torchlight. Um, Congratulations to all those who bought a long time ago, such as myself. I bought at $2 and I just held on to it because I didn't know what the heck to do with it. So yeah, it's great. Um, Good entry point. If you haven't bought this yet, I'd say, this is tough. I'm gonna say it's tough, but anything below, oh man, support is looking really. It's hard to tell right now because it hasn't really. Well, I don't see a big rebound in the last 5 days. It's hard to tell just from the last 5 days because it has been going up and up. Um, to be honest, it could be might be $6, 6.25, might be support because all the volume came in right at around that price. So that might be support where we see the most volume. So maybe 6.30, around $6.30 could be really good support. And it's trading like crazy right now as I'm speaking. It just went up to 1061. So it is up a total of 7 plus 8, 65% in the last 24 hours. And so I think 650 is a really good entry point, a realistic entry point, not a really good one. It's realistically 650 is probably a realistic entry point. Ideally, though, for my channel, and if you want to be an Apex investor, you want to buy this at probably 5 and below. I mean, I bought this at 2, so I kind of live up to my name there, but I didn't buy too many of this stock. I should have bought a lot more, but who can't predict the future, really? You can't predict the future. So, yeah, this is a huge, very, what's the word? Approved. So this is approved. If you don't know by now, this is the reason I'm doing this video right now is because of Torchlight. So big news on the 24th. We have a news catalyst, and oh yeah, what can I say about this stock? Very strong. You got the volume, 371 million today. I have no words. That's amazing. That is quite amazing. Um, People are saying there's a meme stock. You know what? I'm not gonna say no, but I'm not gonna say it's only a meme stock. I think because it's getting a lot of attention, it becomes a meme stock when a lot of people who follow Wall Street Bets, Super Stock starts jumping on the bandwagon. It becomes a meme stock, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad company. It just means that you have a lot of different people from all walks of life investing in this. Young people, old people, people who are in this before it became a meme. So it only adds fuel to the fire, essentially. So it is like a hybrid of a good stock and a meme stock. Kind of like AMC. We can't just say AMC is a meme stock. No, it's actually a good company. It's one of the biggest movie theater companies in the planet. So yeah, it's a good company, and Torchlight is also a good company, and the stock is very strong. So the meme stock status is only going to bring it up to greater and greater levels. This could go to $20. This could go to 50. I really don't know, but the dividend alone will be very good for shareholders. So and there's stuff going on there. So anyway, I'm gonna close that tab now and look at some other stock. I have two more portfolios. Excuse me, two more portfolios to cover, and then I'm done. So okay, just looking at stocks that are really low. ADMA is really low right now. That might be a good pick. APT, all these biotech stocks are really low. I guess has that wave is done. It seems the biotech wave. Yeah, it looks like that's done. I guess it's over. All the meme they were kind of meme-ish, but now it looks like it's over. That biotech rush where everyone's just buying into the biotech companies. Sadly, that's what it looks like to me, if I'm being honest. And crypto's the new biotech, and so is the electronic vehicles. I don't know what the word is for those vehicles anymore. The e-vehicles. Oh my goodness, I don't know the word. So that you can see that that's shifting now. All these stocks that used to be incredibly high and help me to make some money are down drastically, and it's just kind of normalizing to how things were stock market wise. Things are normalizing, not everything. There's one I wanted to look at. I think it's called iBio. The one that what's that stock that Bill Gates is a he's one of the people. GoPro is up. Wow. iBio. I think it's iBio. I know it's Inovio. Okay. Okay, I'll look at iBio anyway. Inovio. I didn't look at the percentages, so I'll look at those before I forget. Okay, change in percentage. Doesn't look like any huge movers here. AYTO is up 20%. I don't know if that's a lot. I wouldn't say so. And any huge losers? Legend. Yeah, all these biotech stocks are a lot lower, so I would steer clear of a lot of these. It seems that season's done. It's not going to be going up anytime soon, I don't think. Nikola, Nintendo, Neo. Neo's a good one. Nvax. What's this stock? PSTI. No. Yeah, they're all very low now. Sensonics is one of the few that is related to medical that is doing well, but that's because it has nothing to do with the vaccines or anything. It's just to do with general health, such as diabetics. Shopify is a good stock, but I'd wait for that to drop. Shopify is really good. There's a lot of potential there. Torchlight just killing it. It's on this list too. In case you didn't notice me, I'm here in your list twice. Okay, that's all for this portfolio. I'm going to look at my last one. This is the second portfolio I started. I'm going to look at the very first one that I started way back when. I don't even remember what year that it was, but it was when I first compiled a list of stocks. So it was probably 10, 20 years ago. So this is my very first list I'm looking at now. And I'll open these. Let me just look at these tabs that I opened. I opened like 5, I think, 4 or 5. So ADMA is a stock that someone had mentioned on a StockTwits conversation forum. And 52 week is 145 to 420. And this person said that usually when the stock market goes down, this one goes up. And it's kind of flatlining. I remember this used to be $3, $4 easily, but this could explode. But I don't know. I'd stay away from biotech right now. It's not a good area to invest in at the moment. This might be stagnant for a long time. So I'm gonna just say no. No, I'm just gonna say no. Yeah, the power of no. Even Co-Diagnostics, CODX, used to be a good stock. I don't know if it's gonna ever go up again. I really don't know. I can't say either way. And the volume is a lot lower than it used to be. Obviously, just people are going to greener pastures. AMC, GME, Torchlight, all the other crypto related and to do with clean vehicles. I don't even know the word anymore for those vehicles. Green vehicles, I guess. So yeah, this stock is just doesn't look like it's going to go up anytime soon. Yeah, it looks like the dream is over for the for these stocks because things are just normalizing in terms of testing and people going back to work in the United States. This looks like that's why the biotech stocks are going back down because there is a lot and people are going back to work and they're just not needed as much. iBio 148. Yeah, you can see this one too. Yeah, iBio used to, man, I mean, the opportunity was there. It was there pre lockdowns. And then when you bought this during the lockdown, you would have made tons of money. And I made a bit of money, but then I ended up, kind of losing it because I was not an apex investor. I was a panic investor. I bought on FOMO. So I made a lot of money, but then I ended up buying I FOMO'd CODX and I ended up not losing money, but just kind of breaking even. I was like, oh man, you gotta learn. You gotta learn your lessons. Don't buy too high. And that's why I made this channel because I don't want anyone to repeat what I had done. Is buying too high. It's the entry point that kills you the most. Okay, Inovio, yeah, Inovio is just not. Doesn't matter if Bill Gates is backing it. It's just not. It's not happening for this either. It is just flatlining. It is just. It's sad. It's sad, but it's life. So I'm not going to be too sad about that. Okay, I'm looking at my very first portfolio. Just going to name some noteworthy ones. Okay, so if I don't see any noteworthy, they're mostly biotech companies too. I kind of mix them up. So maybe I should delete some, but I'll do that later. Let's look at Tesla. I feel like Tesla is a really good one to look at. Beyond Meat. Look at Beyond Meat as well. Alibaba, is that Alibaba? Alibaba's down. Snapchat? Nope. WWE. that's actually doing well. Twitter is doing well too. Some bank stocks, they're all doing well. All the banks are back. Banks are back. Chevron, ExxonMobil, those are back up too. At one point, I thought, oh, these are not going to do well, especially when biotech was doing well. These were doing poorly. So you can see the tide just shifted. It really turned away from biotech and towards oil and energy and things like that. Um, Google is Google. It's a monster. Steer clear of that monster. It's not gonna. It's only gonna go up, but it's a slow burn. Like it's gonna slowly go up. You're not gonna make too much money because it's so expensive. So I'd steer clear of that. Costco is doing really well. GoPro is doing well. Nike is doing well. Facebook is also doing well. Under Armour is doing great. Best Buy is doing okay. BlackBerry, what's General Motors is doing well. Amgen, which is a healthcare company, is doing they're stable. Target is doing well. Rambus is doing well. Home Depot is doing okay. Nintendo is healthy. McKesson's another health related. They're doing well, but they're not biotech. They're kind of with health services and some more bank stocks here. Pepsi doing okay. Coke is doing okay. I don't like those companies anymore, but okay, they're doing all right. ING, another bank company. Some retail stores. Ford doing okay. Disney is all right, kind of not bad or good, just okay. Toyota, Honda Motor, Netflix. I'll take a look at Netflix. Apple. I'll take a look at Apple. Excuse me. eBay, Amazon, Walmart. Look at Walmart, and McDonald's is strong as always. McDonald's is just really stable stock. It's hard to see when that dips, but if that ever dips, you buy that stock. If the market crashes, buy McDonald's. Really good stock. Okay, Tesla. Gonna look at Tesla. This one I've been predicting is gonna crash. Not crash, but really take a dip, take a dive. And I said between, I think I said 300 to, what did I say? I think I said 300 to 450. That hasn't happened yet, but the most it's dipped was 500 to 563 was the lowest. And this one's being shorted, to be honest. It is being shorted. But will this go back up to 800, 900? I don't know. I can't say. But I would definitely wait for this to drop even lower. I would wait for 450 and below. That's looking like the real support over there. 450 and below. Even 500 and below. But you can see, yeah, this dipped back in March, beginning of March, 563. And it hasn't really recovered somewhat to 760. So that's about $160 went up, but did not go back up to 900, 800. So this is looking like it's just fluctuating right now. And it has more competition. Tesla has more competition. So I'd wait for this to dip and break support to below 500, maybe even 450. But as I was saying, I really see the support for Tesla being really at 372 to 450, but 500 is probably more realistic that it will go to 500. And we did see that happen. It was at 563, so it was pretty close. But I think this will go back down to 500, maybe even 450. It's very realistic for that scenario to happen. So I would wait for this to go to, again, below 500 and then sell it again if it ever goes back to 700, 800, and I think it will. So it's all for Tesla. Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat is a great company, good stock, I should say. And wow, it went to 100. I didn't even know that. That's a great buy at 100. My target price was 70. It's actually 77, but 100 is a really good price for this stock. Yeah, one went down to one between 101 to 110. So looks like support is around 100 and below. But just to be safe, if you want to be really an apex investor, you want to buy this at I'm gonna say 60, 60 to 100. It's pretty good support. My price was 75. I remember buying this at 75 and I sold them at like 100 something. Can't remember right now. And the resistance for Beyond Meat is really clearly at 170, 170 and above, 175 and above. But I'd say 170 just to be safe. Yeah, 170 and above. So if you can get this at 100, sell it at 170. Can I mean that's pretty good. And volume is okay. It's all right. It's over a million. It's not crazy good, but it's good. It's healthy. Netflix is another huge stock, big company, probably gonna buy up all the movie studios, in my opinion. I think they're gonna buy up all the movie studios, if not all of them, but large chunk of them. So looking at the last year, um, this one is a really healthy stock. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't seem. It's not going to be, and by going anywhere, I mean it's not going out of business anytime soon. Support for Netflix is a tricky one because it has been all over the place, but relatively stable. I remember buying this back at $30, $40, but I sold it way too low because obviously who would have seen this coming that would be this big? Um, so let's look at the 1 year, the 1 year, the 1 year, the 1 year. Okay, so looks like the support for Netflix is really strong between 443 to 470. No, a little bit higher than that. So between 440, can't really get the ball here. I'm going to say 500. Between 440 to 500 is pretty good support. And look at that. We're below 500. And this goes up pretty regularly. Went up to 586 in January and was up at 550 just a couple months ago. And it's been at 550 multiple times. I don't know if that's related to just the uh, the lockdowns and people watching it more and subscribing more, but even before the lockdowns, back in 2019, it was actually at 400. So before the lockdowns, it was at between 250 to 300. So I don't know how the reopenings will affect Netflix. It's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, you know what? I wouldn't. Maybe that's not a good price. That entry point I mentioned might be even lower than that. I would probably enter this stock at below what I said. So not 500. That's probably too high. This might go down just because of the what's been going on with the reopening. So I'm gonna say let wait for 450 and below. Yeah, 450 and below is pretty safe. And then you can flip this, sell it at 550 and above. But I'm not gonna buy Netflix just because it's too expensive and the amount of money you're making is only like 10%. 10%, that's it. I don't think that's good enough. Apple. Okay, let's look at Apple. going on with Apple here? Let's look at the last month for Apple. I mean, Apple's a solid company, pretty stable. You have their customers are very loyal, and they release a phone like every year. Looking at the last month, support in the last month is 120. Last 6 months, we're looking at 116. So yeah, 120 and below looks like support. Yeah, 120 and below is pretty safe. Or not safe, but that's what it tends to dip to. So support looks like, you know what, just to be safe, maybe not 120. If you want to be safer than 110. So other people 120, Apex investors 110 and below. But and then you can sell this at 140, 130 and above, which is what it is right now. Um, this might just keep going up and up because that's the trend with this. It's just an upward trend. Could go back up, or not a back, but it might go to $200 and above. Most likely it will, just because that's the way this company's been doing, just growing upward exponentially. So yeah, Apple's a good company. I wouldn't buy this just because it's not. There's a lot more potential in other stocks, in my opinion. And then Walmart is the last one. I think it's the last one I'm going to look at for this stream. So these are all traditional stocks, very strong companies and strong stocks. So a lot less risk for these compared to the other ones I mentioned the opening. Walmart 136. Okay, so let's look at the entry points for Walmart. Wow, they're actually down. Okay, entry point looks like 130 and below for Walmart. Yeah, 120. I'd say 130 and below, just realistically. And then you can sell this at 150 and above. It might go to 200, 300 because Walmart is Walmart. They're going to take over the world, right? Them and Amazon in terms of retail. So you could just hold on to this for forever. I don't know, just hold on to it for a long time. I mean, support looks pretty strong at 130 and below. Walmart's only going to, it's just snowballing. But again, I don't, just like the previous one we looked at, the growth potential, it's a lot slower and smaller. Whereas if you're looking at the meme stocks and other companies I mentioned, then right, so these are proved picks. These are the ones you want to really build your money in your portfolio and build your value in terms of your money. So, okay, that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for joining, and please like, subscribe, and all that if you want to look at or watch more content like this. If you don't want to look at my screen, no, it's just I have no time to really do that and then upload it because it takes a lot of time to wait for it to process, upload, and then it's too much work. So you know what, I thought I'd do it this way. Um, Mostly just so I can get a better feel of what's going on in the market. Not really to what's the word? Anyway, I'm just trying to get a better feel of the market and see what's going on because I've kind of been out of it lately, and I'm just trying to see, okay, what stocks do I want to personally invest in? And so I looked at those today. These are just the ones that I'm looking at, and I'm not sure if there are other ones that Wall Street Bets is now targeting, or the shills are targeting, however you want that. Infiltrated, but you have to prove. You have to look into them and do your research and make sure you're not being swindled, not being fooled into buying a stock that actually has no potential, but they think that if they mention it enough times, they get enough people to post or create fake accounts, keep posting whatever ticker symbol, people are going to buy it. and just make up some crazy story. So you have to do your research, and that's what I did. And I hope it's been helpful because Torchlight, as I mentioned in my last video, I think it was only at $5 last time I mentioned it. I mentioned it previously; it was at $2. So if you bought that way back at $2, you would have made 5 times your money. And I think it was Trey that originally mentioned it, so I give him credit for pointing it out to me. And I agree with him now, but I even agreed with him before it exploded. All right, real squeeze. So people are talking about squeezes. All right, I don't see any new stocks. Oh, Wish. People are looking at Wish. I don't know. Is that's the one that people are looking at? Okay. So let's look at Wish. Wish is the one taking the most attention for whatever reason. I don't know if it's real or fake. So let's take a look at that and then we'll close this stream. Okay. All right. Let's look at that. Wish. Make a wish. There it is. Trending today. Wish. Let's make sure the video is kind of below there. All right. So I'm going to look at Wish and then just want to see if it's worth all this talk going on. Okay. Wow. It's been going up. That's good. So it was at 752, went to 32 at the highest. But I remember the talk about this stock was really was bubbling in the last couple weeks, but that's only because I was only checking Wall Street Bets in the last couple of weeks. But it might have been bubbling before then. But let's look at the chart just to see what's going on. Yeah, you can see that clearly. June 8th. Wow, from June 8th it was at 7, below $8, and went up to 12, then went back down to 10, then back up to. So yeah, this looks like it's a similar situation to Torchlight, just not as big at the moment. It could explode. It went up 18%, total 20% in the last 24 hours. So that's pretty good. This has meme stock written all over it, to be honest. I really don't see any potential with the company. I don't know much about the company, but I just don't see it being a long-term stock to hold on to for very long. Not saying it's a pump and dump, but we'll see what happens with this. Yeah, if you bought this at $8 and below, and you sell this, goes to pretty much doubling your money. Yeah, it's a good buy. I'm not going to chase this stock, but if I were to buy this, and I'm not going to, but if I were to, I'd wait for it to dip below 12, 11.40, probably even $10. Yeah, I see this seems to be being manipulated as well. It looks like it's being ladder shorted, so it's not like trading normally. It's kind of trading sideways. So it looks like the shorts have taken notice and they're shorting this. But it's also going up too because of the volume, which is 326 million. Wow. Okay, I didn't even notice that. That's massive. So yeah, this has really this is real. It's not fake. It has real volume behind it. But at this price, I think it's too late personally for me to buy this. Um, it might go up some more. I don't know. I don't really care. I'd rather wait for this to dip. I'm not buying this at this price. I would wait. This could go to 30. Yeah, it could go right back up to 32. But still, I think it's too risky, especially if the shorts are targeting it. Your better plays with the Torchlight. So personally, I wouldn't buy this, and unless it drops below 12, maybe even 11, 11.50. But realistically, probably 12 and below. Really good buy is 10. That's like an apex, and trade would be 10 for this, 10 and below. Because yeah, $8 looks like it's long gone. Looks like it, but it could happen. It could go back to $8. But yeah, anything below 10 is pretty good for this. This could go right back up to 30, yeah, pretty easily. It looks like it's been healthy at around this level for the last uh, since March. It's been around below 20. Yeah, I'm not so bullish on Wish. More bullish with Torchlight. So that's all I have for this stream. I'm gonna close it up now, and yeah, I'm gonna review all these picks that I just talked about and see what my plan is for going forward. There's a lot of potential with these stocks. So thanks for joining, and all the best. Good luck to all and your investments. Hopefully, what I presented to you is makes sense, and that these entry points are realistic, and hopefully it works out for you whichever stocks you pick. I thought I'd share regarding these meme stocks and other maybe non meme stocks. Okay, until next time, Apex Investor signing out.